Boom, boom, boom.
We're ready. Are you good?
Promise me something.
Anything.
If this doesn't work, take me out.
It'll work.
I don't have a lot of time left. I want a chance to say goodbye.
I'm not going to lose you. I will never let you go.
We have a bell for a reason. Take your seats.
I'm here!
Good morning, class. We have a new teacher joining us today.
Hi. My name's Pete. Mr. Parker.
Hello.
And we are all very lucky today.
Hi.
Because this is physics class.
How you doing?
Physics is awesome.
Pretty good. Just streaming the beginning of Spider-Man. Then I'll hop on a different game.
Ever wonder?
The beginning of Spider-Man. What do you mean? New game plus or something?
Yeah, I platinumed it.
Baller. What do you want to do? Play a teensy bit of Rocket League till Hunter gets on, or what?
Sure.
Bathroom. Okay.
How's your week been, man? I feel like we haven't really... I mean, I don't think we've talked all week.
Pretty busy.
Surface
Taking
tension
finals.
is all about cohesion.
Ah.
Now, in equation form, surface tension, gamma, can be calculated as the force
What'd you say? I'm
of
sorry.
parallel
I'm
to the
zoning
surface
out.
of a liquid. F divided by the length.
If you're talking to me, I didn't say
the
anything.
line over
Okay.
which the force-
Alright.
Can anybody?
At least for me. I got 2
I need
weeks
your-
left, man. 2.5 weeks. Well, I just got a ton to do this week, but then, like,
Mr. Morales,
nothing to do next
is it?
week, so.
Are you sure this isn't something you can handle
Going to
yourself?
watch The Phantom Menace on Saturday.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm,
class, read chapter 4 or
My
5,
dog goes home
whatever.
tomorrow, and then my summer starts. So,
The principal comes
lonely
back.
summer for me.
Your dog goes home tomorrow. Like, oh. Yeah, what are you doing? Like, you said you weren't at home, but I didn't catch what you were actually doing.
I'm working for a wildlife agency, basically. It's like a firm, and they go and accept jobs from the government. It's basically like contracts, and you and you go out and then do those jobs across all different states and different areas wherever you're hired to go. So you get like a wide range of work. Like I could do bat studies all the way down to just cutting down some trees. So, yeah, there's like a wide range. There's just a lot of traveling. It's based here in the city, so it's not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be a long summer. Let's just put it that way. It's gonna be really busy.
Okay.
It's traveling. I only get to be home on weekends, so I get 2 days a week to myself.
We'll probably be with your lady friend on the weekends.
You might want to get downtown fast.
No, I won't be home in Wasion ever. She'll be back home in Wasion.
Oh, you mean home, like just wherever you're based?
Yeah, I'm in Morgantown.
apartment.
Yeah.
Sad, bro. Sorry to hear that. Well, at least hopefully we can get some time to game.
Hopefully. I won't be able to just like bring my console along, so it'll probably be a very minimal amount of video game playing.
I've seen people lose control like this. Be careful.
Good thing there are 2 Spider-Men now.
Good luck.
Thanks, MJ.
Might need the new tech we've been cooking up too.
Play Sandman again.
They're untested. Barely prototypes.
You know,
But you brought 'em, right?
that game
No comment.
Look out.
is really good,
You okay?
but again,
Yeah.
I just despise every time it's like, alright, time for a Miles mission, because they just don't write well for him. But when it's Peter, though, that game is 10 out of 10, man. Like, I just got done fighting the lizard.
We gotta
That was
help him
awesome.
before he hurts someone or himself.
What's the plan?
Oh, here we go.
Good idea.
Yeah, they cooked with Peter, and then everything with Miles is horse cultural appropriation.
Still angry
Oh, they're
after all
hoopla.
these years, Marco? You should try yoga. Must be more of a Pilates guy.
How was your idea?
Said it was a good one. It was supposed to be a normal day. Teach physics, have awkward conversations in the teacher's lounge. Use the stairs, everyone! Spider-Man! Think you can sign for this delivery? Coming in hot!
I'm there.
I got him! Mini Marcos? I wish I could do that.
Jack, where would you rank the Phantom Menace? I'm assuming it basically just comes down to whether you put Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace on top.
We're talking about like out of the 6 or out of the 9?
I would say out of any, yeah.
Or, well, it's technically 10, isn't it? Because I count Rogue One. I would probably go...
We'll say 10.
The bottom of the list for me is probably The Last Jedi, and then Rise of Skywalker, and then the first movie from the new trilogy. I don't remember anymore.
Force Awakens.
I would say that's how that goes for those 3, because The Last Jedi, if you watch it and you've never seen Star Wars, it's a pretty good movie. But if you're a Star Wars fan, it's just a direct copy of The Empire Strikes Back, but in a Disney
But
cringe
worse.
way. Yeah, in a Disney cringe way. Rise of Skywalker action's really good, but overall destroys what the saga means. So that's why that's there. And then The Force Awakens is up there because it starts off with a somewhat new story, but it's still A New Hope. Just gender changed and, yeah. And they call it Han Solo, which was okay. I mean, Harrison Ford wanted out of that job forever, so.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, I would probably put A New Hope in there. Very good movie. Start of all of it. This is still like if we're putting the bottom 3 on there, those are like, in Star Wars terms, 6 out of 10s. The jump from those movies to A New Hope is easily like a 9. And then you like into the 9.1s and so on. You know what I mean? Because of what it created.
Yep.
A New Hope's there, but it shows its age. And then I would probably put... I'm going to put Return of the Jedi there. I do like the older stuff. Return of the Jedi is good. But I like Anakin more. That makes it biased to me. Luke is also a really good character, but I think the lore behind the ones we grew up with were outstanding because of like everything we got to see with it. So then we would go Return of the Jedi, and then I would put Phantom Menace there. So it's in the number 4 spot? Yeah, number 4 spot. And then I would probably do Attack of the Clones, Empire Strikes Back, and then Episode 3. Those 2 and 3 can probably be switched around. It depends on the day. I think Empire Strikes Back is a fantastic movie.
You're saying Empire and what can be swapped around?
Attack of the Clones. Because Attack of the Clones started a lot of lore, but if we're just talking about the movie itself, while it did show the clones, I wish it would have shown more of the clones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try not to be biased with that because I think the people that it introduced in Empire Strikes Back and the story that it laid out was hard as fuck from the first movie.
Yeah.
And then Episode 3 just tops it all. Those are definitely up there though. I would definitely say that's my list.
All right.
Because I think Phantom Menace is slow, but it's like an introduction. It's like A New Hope. It's not meant to be, the biggest gassed up thing. It's setting an amazing quest with a young boy, and you're sitting there, and you get to see one of the best fights I've ever seen, best songs ever seen. You know what I mean? Like it's so hard to beat. I like Qui-Gon Jinn a lot too. I think Qui-Gon's one of my favorite Jedi because he's not into politics. Like he's just like, it doesn't matter what y'all think, kind of bullshit. That's why he's not on the council. I think he's a great master. It introduces Obi-Wan, badass. The fight between Maul, badass. Introduces a new Sith for the first time in 20 years in cinema, and he ended up being the GOAT. Even when he came back in the Clone Wars and killed Kenobi's girlfriend, like, thuggin'. And took over Mandalore, goated. Oh, damn it, I forgot about Rogue One in there. I would say Rogue One... I feel like Rogue One gets a lot of hate, but I think it's an essential Star Wars story because it shows that not every time the innocent people win. You know what I mean? Like when you get to all the cut and dry of all the rest of them, usually the good ends up winning and they have some sort of celebration. Rogue One is literally just people getting laid the fuck out by the Empire, which is why I liked it. Everyone else liked it for the Vader scene. I did like it for the Vader scene, but I liked that the entire movie was literally just everyone getting beat the fuck out of so they could show how powerful the Empire was. I still think they need to do a Vader movie with Hayden Christensen. Just do the entire movie of him hunting down the rest of the, Jedi, hunting down the young ones.
Sure.
Like, just...
Hey, bring back... I think it'd be neat. I liked the Inquisitor in Kenobi, like the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had his, whole story in Rebels, but I think he could be cool in live action, too.
I just think filling in... I think Disney is really, for once, shut their, mouths and how they're trying to make everything PG, and they should do exactly what they're doing with the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. They're not following the same kid-friendly bullshit. It should be a movie about a man that has become sick and twisted to a point where he is an unstoppable force. Mm-hmm. That is what the movie should be about. And if you want to make it about his sadness and compassion that he lost his wife, showing him in his pod, showing the tear that he has mentally in his mind, that he's a monster and that he's this and that. That would make for such a good movie. There doesn't have to be a happy ending to it. It's just showing you the greatest villain in the history of cinema and everything mentally that's going on with someone that's become the most powerful being in the universe, but at what cost? He lost all his limbs, his wife, children, his master, his brother. You know what I mean? Like they just need to do that portrayal. But I do like Rogue One. Do I think there's parts that are just okay? Yes, but I did like how it was fresh. I liked how it ended right where the fourth began. I would put that one above A New Hope just because of New Hope's age. I don't think I would put it above the rest. It's still fantastic.
All right.
But it's a hard list because Star Wars is great. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'd mainly agree with your list, except for I'd flip around probably some of the prequels and the original. So I'd probably go starting from the bottom to the top. 8, 7, 9.
Okay.
8, 7, 9, and then probably go.
You are probably right for the
1.
last ones. You are right for the last ones. I did hate what Rey did, but the action was pretty cool with Kylo.
See, that's the thing. I think 9. That's my thing. I think it wasn't great, but it had the most
Kylo's
interesting
story.
Action. Yes, and
Kylo's story was good. I would actually agree with you for the beginning. I would like to alter mine.
So I would go, I would go, and yeah, once you get past 8, 7, 9, like it's literally when you start getting into like each movie's like an 8.5 at least. So I'd probably go 8, 7, 9.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd go 8, 7, 9. 2, 1, 6, 4, 5, and 3. Because
wait, let's go slow there. So above the new shit, what was it again? Start over.
Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
I'm putting at the bottom.
Okay.
Me, I think good movie. I like the lore, but I just don't think for me it's as exciting. Like it's really exciting, but it's not as
that's
good
fair.
as some of the others in my opinion. Then
That's fair. Like I said, those ones above can be thrown around. You'll never disrespect me. Yeah, it's Lance.
That's where I think Attack of the Clones is fun. It's a great movie, but I put Phantom Menace slightly above it because I just like the story. I like the story a little bit better. I like
You like the pod racing. The pod racing's cool.
Pod racing's baller, and Duel of the Fates is
fantastic.
Arguably better than Count Dooku versus Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Oh yeah.
Then, so you go from those two. Then I would go Episode 4. Really good movie, like you said. Not as exciting all the time, I guess.
It's a firm foundation, though. Yeah, it's a firm foundation. Yeah.
So I'd go 4, then 6. I think those two are pretty interchangeable for me, but I just like 6 because
I would say 6 goes above 4. I would agree with that, hands down.
See, because 1, Obi-Wan, Vader versus Luke, fantastic final duel. The music is on top for that. And I think in 6, I also just have personal bias because when I was sick, my mom would go get me a movie from the library to watch, and they only had like pretty much Episode 6 all the time.
It's a good movie. There's nothing wrong with Return of the Jedi.
Oh no, that's good. And then, so after 6, then I would go 3 and 5. I would put interchangeably. I think it boils down to, again,
that's true.
5, for me, how I would honestly put it, I think 5 is objectively a slightly better made movie. But 3 is more exciting and more intense throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Where 5 has really high moments and then some like slower paced, like slower tempo parts. They're still fine, but just is a little bit slower. Where 3 is just like banger after banger of a scene.
See, that's why I agree with you that it's interchangeable, because when you sit there and look at it, The Empire Strikes Back and Episode 3, you're talking about the climax of a story versus the rising action of the original trilogy.
Yes.
And it was pure hype of building. The writing, remember that fire meme where he's writing with the quill on fire? That's literally George Lucas as he wrote that. I love you. I know.
Dude, it's so good. And dude, the openings of those two movies are some of the best movie intros of all time. Like the battle over Coruscant.
Spaceballs got the best intro.
Doom.
I would say if we're going off intro, I don't think anyone would be Episode 3. when they fly over that
Yeah.
drone, could you imagine being in an IMAX theater and just hearing those subwoofers up the beats?
Well, I guess, okay, when I say episode 5's intro, though, I guess it takes a minute to get there. Like, it's not the intro, but I'm talking about the Hoth battle. It takes a minute to get there, but that's why I'm counting as the quote-unquote intro.
That's fair.
As opposed to just them shooting out probe droids.
Yeah.
And you know what, though? I gotta say, episode 9, one of the things I think it does best is it has one of the best intros, I'd say, when it goes down to Kylo on that planet, like hunting for that holocron.
Yeah.
I think that's banger. Because episode 1, it's an alright intro. Like, it's just the ship flying to the Trade Federation. You know, Kenobi and Qui-Gon are there. Alright, it opens a movie. It's not great. A New Hope is a really good intro with, you know, chasing down the Tantive 4. But again, not like super... Like, it's good, but it takes a minute to build up.
Episode 2, just straight explosion of plane.
Trying to think. Wait.
Episode
How does episode 2 open?
Attack of the Clones. She lands there to go meet with people, and they bomb her a plane.
Yeah, he's like, we secured the area or whatever, and then just like, it's fun, but I wouldn't say it's like a. I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty good intro because it gets you like instantly invested. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. I mean,
but I think episode 9 has a great intro, man.
Where would you put Rogue One and all that?
Rogue One. I gotta think of how Rogue One starts. Give me a second.
Well, no, not in the intro. Not in the intro. Just an overall on your list. Because
I would put. So let me think. So going down the list, I have top to bottom, 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Then 6.
Yep.
Then 4.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know because I really like Rogue One, but I don't know if I can put it over any of the prequels. I think Rogue One is really good, but I just like the prequels better.
See, it's hard because there's so many likable characters because there's no main characters except
That's the
in
thing,
the final
Rogue
2
One,
minutes.
Rogue One is just a really solid movie. But I think if I'm ever like, oh, let's pick a Star Wars movie to watch, I'd pick probably Phantom Menace over Rogue One, but I might watch Rogue One before I watch Attack of the Clones again. But that might just be too because I've only seen Rogue One once.
It's all in theaters.
So,
that's all I need to see it. And
that's all I've seen.
I was entrapped. It was a great movie. Dude, what we need to do is that we need to go, when we go to Wasion and I finally meet up, we need to go to a movie and we need to talk to that dude because he's opening a restaurant in that place. I've had this idea forever. He needs to do a weekly poll on Twitter and just put on classic movies throughout the years and go through the 9 Star Wars. Because, look at it this way, if you're running a restaurant, you have to get food in and out every night. You can't be waiting for a good movie to come out for 3 months to have a self-sustaining restaurant there. Like, you need to put out some good movies. So put 2 theaters down and go through Star Wars, go through, like, Jaws, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
So, Jack, I totally agree. The one thing I will say, though, I think that restaurant's going to be successful. Just though, I've heard like tons of people are going to it, not even watching a movie, just because it is really good food, man. Like it's almost like Sullivan's. Like,
I bet. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm just saying, like, if he's looking to just continue to lay on and become a bigger business, there's nothing better than being able to look at Twitter or Instagram on a Friday night after school, or you're free for the weekend. And literally see a Twitter poll and see if we're going to watch The Dark Knight for the first time in theaters.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean, any of those movies. Imagine, dude, Lord of the Rings, any of these fantastic movies, all in theaters. Any of the
I want to see... I'm sad that I missed, the original Spider-Man movies re-releasing. Yeah.
Dude, the
original
just nowhere
Spider-Man,
near. He could literally do the original Spider-Man. He could do the lead-up of Star Wars all the way up until May the 4th Be With You. He could do Inception, Interstellar, Shawshank Redemption. Shit, there's so many. You could go through horror movies if you wanted to around Halloween. Imagine how many people would get around Halloween. Classic horror movies. Halloween the original. Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, just, there's neat shit that he could do, that he could make money constantly from that. And I don't know how it all works necessarily, but I know it would be successful.
Yeah.
Because if they put it down, and then they're like, it'll be $10 a ticket, that place would sell out every night. Especially if they can get it out to the public in the sense, or like in the paper, so older people can see it. Imagine if your dad's reading the paper and he reads that fucking episode 4 is coming back to theaters. Jeff is gonna be the first one in line.
See, what I would love to do sometime is you can rent out one of their theaters and play whatever you want.
That's what I mean.
Only like $150, $200 or something. And sometime I straight up might, if I can get some people to go watch episode 3, just each ticket's $20, but I don't care. I'd pay that.
But that's the thing is, like, if you can rent it, I don't see why he can't do the idea that I'm saying, because he can actually make real profit from that. Because he doesn't even need the actual film; he can just throw in the disc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need the film anymore because the movie's been out for what, 25 years now.
Yeah. Wait, what movie? Episode 3?
Yeah.
Episode 3 came out in 2005, so about 20 years. Because it's Phantom Menace's 25th anniversary. That's why it's out again.
Just give me a second. I did something to my mic, dude. It's just got static everywhere on it. What the fuck is that about?
Also, you about ready to game soon? Where you at?
Yeah, I can come. Yeah, we can go to Rock League right now. I might close stream and I'll open it back up, honey. I'm streaming on YouTube finally.